ever since I was born. I've been pretty much at Hoppers, not physically working, but taking naps in t-shirt boxes when I was a little kid. I can tell you I probably started catching t-shirts when I was like 5, 6 years old. So my name is Dave Hopper, and I've been with Hoppers for 35 years. I know I printed my first screen printed job when I was 8 years old, and from there on, the rest has been history. When I was little, I actually wanted to be a farmer. Not sure why, just loved nature and the outdoors, and that's all I had on my mind when I was a little kid, just to be a good old farmer.
I'm Adam Hopper. I'm the 4th generation in the family business. I started working at Hoppers in 2020 in the screen printing department, and recently started learning more about sales, and in the trophy department, I do all the lasering now as well. When I was younger, I always kind of thought about working at Hoppers, and then once I got into college, I started trying like some different avenues like physical therapy and personal training, where I knew that I wanted to be very passionate about what I was going to be doing in the future, and I wasn't finding that. So once I started working here, I quickly realized how passionate I was and like how much I actually loved working here.
So in 1978, we were established out with my grandfather on Johnson Street, and then we moved to North Fond du Lac, and we were there for 27, 28 years maybe. We had 3 buildings. We started with our first building where it was just the front third of a building. Fast forward years later, we bought the 3rd building, knocked a hole in that wall, so we had just a little tunnel, right? Had apartments upstairs.
I find the humble beginnings of Hoppers inspiring because of the sacrifices that were made. I love hearing stories from my grandparents about all the hard work they put in the early stages in order to make this all possible. Growing up, I always saw how passionate my family was about Hoppers. It made me feel like I wanted to be a part of that and help them. I'm very grateful to be able to join the business at the stage it's at today.
We were just outgrowing the buildings, and we were landlocked. We had nowhere to go. So my dad, Mark, and I started looking for a different location, along 41, north of here, south of here, and we stumbled upon this building, and we probably looked at it like 12 times before we pulled the trigger, and that was in 2008.
Starting with truly nothing puts a lot of heart into the business. Like, there's a lot of emotions tied up when you know that you've given it your all, and then started to see the success pay off throughout the years. Because we've been around for 48 years, and 20 years ago, it was nothing compared to what it is now. And I think that that brings a lot of strong emotions into the business, like when you get to see your hard work pay off.
So here we are, 2008, just moved in, business is booming, new opportunities are presenting itself. We actually were very fortunate to sign a contract with Mercury Marine, Brunswick, which was a really good thing, I feel, for both parties.
No matter how hard things get or how busy things are around here, he'll stay here as long as he has to, and he's never thrown in the towel for anything. I see myself contributing by learning as much as I can from him and eventually taking on more of a lead role, so he always has someone to fall back on.
One of the hard parts for anybody, I think, that has grown up in a business, family business, is family and business is business. And that's a hard one to mix. My parents worked here, I work here, my son works here, my wife works here, so it's family. But I also look at the employees that we have today, and we have 2 that have over 25 years of employment here with us. So they are family. When we hire somebody new, I don't look at them as just an employee. They're part of our family, and that's what we strive for.
My dad's always been a pretty competitive person, and that definitely wore off on me. I think within the business you can see a lot of different areas that we compete, whether that's my dad at the front counter being competitive with sales, or me in the back competing with turnaround times and just trying to stay on top of the ball. We definitely like to compete in everything we do, and we always want to win.
I have a vision of just growing Hoppers to be the best that we can be. I was in athletics. Competition brings out the best in you. We love competition. We love to compete, whether it's in the store, on the field, in the arena, you name it. We just try to be the best that we can be for our customers.
Another awesome thing is being able to work with my dad side by side with him. I've learned a lot. He's pretty much taught me everything I know about screen printing, customer service, work ethic, He's a great role model to look up to.
I feel very strongly. We all work hard. We all push the limits. We all push buttons, whether it's good or bad. But one thing I strive for at Hoppers is we have a very fun time. Our work gets done. We push hard. If you're not having fun at work, what's the purpose?
One of my favorite things about working at Hoppers is the passion that everybody shares. It's a super fun work environment, and everybody shows up every day ready to get the jobs done. In order to be successful, you need to be passionate about what you're doing.
How is the world, the machine revolution, how is it changing the whole dynamics of screen printing, whether it's screen printing, embroidery, direct to film, direct to garment. To be on your A game, you have to put the time in. Practice, 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 right? Study, study, study. Business is no different.
In the world we live in today, technology will keep on advancing, and it's no different in our industry. Looking at how screen printing technology has changed from when my grandpa started it to where we're at right now, it's been a huge change. Bigger, faster, more efficient machines.
My mom still will, in a polite way, everything is pen and pencil, right? And graphics. Back in the day when my parents started, everything was done by freehand with X-Acto knives, ruby lithe. Your screens used to be hand stretched with rope in the cracks. I still have vivid memories of that. I never really participated, but I got to watch it. Now things are shifting and it's all being just entered into a computer database. It's fascinating for me, but I was blessed to see and have very humble beginnings of how it started at the root stages to where we are today. It's fun to play in this world.
By keeping up with this technology and getting in these new machines, we continue to improve our quality of prints, so our customers are going to be happy with what they're seeing, and they appreciate that.
One of my favorite things about working at Hoppers is meeting all the new people, seeing all the new faces come in. I find a lot of joy in just seeing them smile. I never really look at everybody as just a customer. They're more of a friend. When they come in to purchase something or just to look for something new or price something out, it's important for us to build and just have that relationship. You're not just a number. We want to know you, we want to get to know you, we want to work with you. That's one of our main focuses and goals at Hoppers.
I think that all of our customers come in with a vision and they have an idea in their head of what they want their apparel to look like. Our goal is to exceed the customer's expectations by providing them with high quality apparel and help bring their ideas to life.
I feel like our community, we're one big family, right? Whether you're in the sporting world, the office setting, the factory setting, indoors, outdoors, you name it. My purpose is to make everybody look good and feel comfortable in what they're wearing.
What's rewarding to me about my job is being able to see the apparel that I've printed out in public. Like when I'm driving by a Little League, a bunch of soccer kids are running around wearing their jerseys. That's what makes me feel proud.
Leaving the shop, I run into the same customers, friends, family that support us. I love to give the support back to the community. I love Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But again, it boils back to the customer, which I look at as more of a friendship. But I can't lie, you go to a football game, Friday Night Lights, they're out there competing, you see all the swag and the merch, and I will take zero credit because I did not design any of it. We have two of the best artists that I know of, and when you see everybody smiling, competing good, they're cheering, they're wearing your product, it brings a good smile to my face. My
grandparents on the way out, I know they're very happy with where the business is today, and they both mentioned that they never imagined it to get to this point, and I hope to be saying the same thing when I retire.
I just hope that I can rise to the occasion to be just as good as my grandfather, Jack Hopper, and my dad, Mark Hopper, to be the best in the business, just to follow in their footsteps. That's my main goal.
I want to carry on the legacy of Hoppers because I don't want to ever see all the hard work that my grandparents and parents have put into this die off. I hope that I can continue on the success and keep growing the business, and who knows, maybe someday my kids will end up working here too.
We have a very strong faith in God. Not afraid to say it, not afraid to show it. He helps steer us and guide us every single day.
The legacy means a lot to me because it's tied to our name, and over time became a reputation where that's what people see us as. When we see our customers and around town, we're tied to printing and embroidery, where how we treat them here is exactly how we treat them out in public, and it turns into a great relationship where you get to meet a lot of people, and I want to have relationships with everybody that comes in here to know more about them, and then for them to know more about me than just printing shirts.
Being brought up in hoppers, I guess I'm very fortunate, and I reflect back on this a lot. Everybody grows up in different generations, different times, but I'm very fortunate when we first started our humble beginnings. We started at the bottom, worked our way up. By all means, we're not rich, but we're very blessed. And I'm very thankful for my parents that actually instilled the work ethic that they have in me at a very young age. Very blessed for that, because that keeps me ticking and driving every single day.